Down once again, watch this live. Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. So today we're gonna talk about dating down and the consequences of it. How are you? So for those of you who can't watch until the end, don't worry, I'm gonna put the replay on YouTube. And if you are tuning in on YouTube, don't forget that you can have free chapters of my Fairy guide in the link in my description box, and if you are on Instagram, it's in my bio. So how are you guys? So we're gonna talk about dating down. Okay, I'm gonna put the title here so that everyone knows. If you don't want to date down this time around and downgrade your lifestyle. Yes, because this is something we don't talk about. Dating down is not just about you wanting princess treatment, it's also about you not downgrading your current lifestyle. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. And downgrade your current lifestyle. Watch this. Before we start, guys, I want to know, have you ever dated down? Have you ever been with a man who didn't make much and you had to downgrade your lifestyle? So I want to discuss this because when it comes to hypergamy, a lot of people, are quick to call you like, oh, a gold digger and all of that. But first of all, it's normal for women to want to date up because you are not naturally driven for that. Like, we are naturally wired to be attracted by men who make more than us, and it's not a bad thing at all because us women, we carry the baby, so it's normal to want to be. It's normal to want to be protected. You see, and another thing is that men who are successful, well, it can depend. Sometimes they have money because their family is rich, but let's talk about men who are successful. They became successful, they have to develop personality traits that are attractive. That's another reason why we find those men attractive, you see. So they are focused, they are driven, they care about going to nice places. This matters as well. Like us women, we care about aesthetics. So yeah, men who are successful themselves, they love beautiful places as well. They love going to beautiful hotels. They love eating well. They love drinking, great things as well. So you see, when you get to share those experiences with them, like it makes you enjoy the time you have with them even more. You see, whereas when you are with a man who doesn't make much, and all you have is like, walks in the park, home dates and all of that, you aren't attractive. That's totally normal. You see. So yes, there is the lifestyle, and also, you have the personality traits, and also you have your personal safety, because you know that when you are pregnant, you are more vulnerable, and just by being a woman as well, you are more vulnerable because like the market values you less. So yeah, there is that. And you can lose your job because you are pregnant. Like I know in some countries it is like that. Like you aren't protected. You aren't protected as much. So yeah, you need to choose your partner extremely well. So I remember, like in the past, I would talk about dating up and all of that, but I would not explain much why I suggest you guys that you need to date up. And now my message will change a bit, and I want to talk more about why it's important for you to date up. And some of you, it's not even that you struggle or you want to date up to get out of poverty. Like a small part of people who follow me, that's their case, and I really hope that you can figure it out first on your own, because you can't rely on your partner to get you out of poverty, because you might carry pick me vibes. If that's your case, You see, so yeah, make sure that you are stable first on your own, and when you are stable on your own, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to be attractive to those successful men, because you won't have those desperate vibes. A lot of women, when they say that they want a provider, but like they want a provider because they are financially desperate, it doesn't work out. Like they end up being abused, cheated on, and all of that, you see. So when you are secure in yourself and nothing is missing, and you want a provider because you want a life even more beautiful, that's how you're gonna attract them, and that's also how you won't settle for a cheater, a liar, and all of that, you see. One thing that I want you to understand is that what makes them fall for you is how confident you are, you see. And part of being, financially stable makes you feel safe as well, because sometimes you can stay with a guy because he has the apartment, he has his own place, and you can't afford your own place, so you stay in an abusive relationship. This happens, you see. So for those of you joining, I want to let you know that we are talking about why you should not date down, because if you date down, you're gonna downgrade your lifestyle. And I want to focus on the women who have been through that, because I think for women who have never dated down, they might not realize why it's important to be with someone who has your current lifestyle, because when you haven't been in that situation, it's hard to imagine how annoying it is, because a lot of women will say, oh no, if he's sweet, if he's nice with me, if he treats me well, blah blah, we can be together, I have my own money and all of that, so I don't mind. But I think those women have never been through that. You see, those women never had to downgrade their lifestyle. This is why they say things like that. Do you agree? Hello guys. Because when you're in that situation, when you can't even go on holidays unless you pay for him, you see, on your own you can travel, but like since you're dating him, you can't afford a trip, and he can't afford it for you, you see. That's not nice at all. Like, you don't want to downgrade your lifestyle, you want to maintain at least what you have, you see. So yeah, there is that. This is what happens when you date down. And not only that, like if you plan to have kids and you had, a great education yourself, you value that, that, yeah, when you get in top schools, in top business schools, for example, you are able to network, and you know that your network is also part of your wealth, because you know that, yeah, if today I lose my job, I have a large network, and my network will help me, find a good job as well. So you see, and you know that that's going to be important for you as well, to get your kids in a private school. And that's going to be hard, especially if you're in the US. Like, I don't know the price, but I know it's expensive. I know it's expensive enough in the US, so you can't afford that. Like, you can't afford to date down. Okay, it's not just a luxury. It's not just about you wanting princess treatment. It's also about you, protecting yourself. Because when you date down, like, yeah, that's not nice at all. Even the smallest things, like you need to plan ahead. Also, yeah, when I talk about dating down, it doesn't have to be, him making the minimum wage. It can be it can be him making slightly above minimum wage, but it won't be enough, right, to be spontaneous. Like, when you are with someone who doesn't make much, you need to pay for him, or you don't have space for spontaneity. You see, so I want you to be really careful when it comes to dating and choosing well, because you are playing with your life actually when you don't choose well. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Are you willing to date down? Hello ladies, for those of you who are joining, we are talking about dating down and how it forces you to downgrade your lifestyle if you choose to go that route. But most of the women who follow me don't want that. Well, some women will say that they don't mind a man who makes as much as them. But the thing is, like, you need to make sure that he makes enough for two, in the sense where when you follow my blueprint and you follow what I teach here, it's not just about him making enough, it's about him making enough for two, where he doesn't go into poverty because he pays for you. You see, that's what I mean when I talk about him making enough for two. He can pay for himself, but can he pay for you and for the entire family? You see, and I also want to mention that not everyone will have a millionaire, but I don't think that everyone wants one as well. You see, some women are happy with a lawyer, a doctor, and it depends on the lifestyle that you want. So I want you to think about it. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Do you care about flying business class? Do you care about flying private? It depends on the lifestyle that you want. And also some women will say things like, yeah, I want to fly business and all of that, but they won't attract those men because there is a gap between what they desire and their mental blocks. You see, if you are used to luxury, then it's going to be easier for you to attract those men because that's already your current reality. But if you come from poverty and you have wounds, because sometimes, yes, you can come from poverty, but you don't have money blocks. You see, it's very common, and those people are those who manifest wealth the fastest. But yeah, you can come from poverty and have no mental blocks regarding money, and you can also be, you can also come from wealth and have mental blocks around money, and that's common as well, because many people who come from wealth, they think, okay, if I'm generous, if I pay for someone, if I give them gifts, I will have less money for myself. You see, and those people they had a specific lifestyle already, so they are afraid to lose it. You see, and that's the reason why you have a lot of rich men who are spiritually broken, but I wanted to say who are cheap because they are afraid to lose what they have. Okay, so yeah, that's something that I wanted to mention. And is there anything else that I forgot? Do you guys have any questions about dating up and dating down? Don't worry, I'm gonna put a replay on YouTube. We are almost done. So yeah, when I talk about dating up, I mean that he can, pay for your rent when you are single, and yes, you are not married at least. So he can pay for your rent when you are not married yet. And some women might say things like, yeah, but this is asking for too much because he's not your husband, you aren't married, so you should not expect him to pay for your rent, blah blah. But actually, I disagree, because being his girlfriend, when you are his girlfriend, you need to have the benefits that you would have once married. You see, when you date him, that's different. He doesn't have to have the benefit that you would give to your husband, but for him it's different, because he's the masculine, so he needs to convince you that he's husband material. Do you understand? You are the woman, so you are already the prize, you are already wifey material, so he needs to prove to you that he's ready for marriage as well, and he shows that to you when he's able to provide. So I have a question here. What if I, as the woman, have a degree and doesn't, but earns the same like me? Is it wise to leave? No, I don't believe in degrees in the sense where that's the only way for you to have wealth. Okay, you can learn on your own. You can take trainings. You can hire a coach, and you can have the skills. What I care about is the money in the bank account. Okay. And the character, obviously, but the degree is irrelevant. And here, I see a lot of women, validating themselves from their degree, from their degree and their career. That's irrelevant. You are a woman, so you are a goddess. You are smart enough. There are books for free at the library. Okay. So yeah, anyone is capable of reading. So yeah, you can't get your validation from that. What validates you is how amazing you are, how grounded you are, how kind you are, how much you make him feel like a man. This is what's gonna value. okay, when dating you. He's not thinking, yeah, I have a PhD, so I want a woman with a PhD as well. If you have that, that's for you, and that's awesome, and you worked hard, and you should be proud of yourself, but you did it for you, not to be wifey material, because those things don't make you wifey material. They just make you, a great human, a human who is educated and all of that, but it says nothing about your ability to be the woman he dreams of, okay? I'm almost done. For those of you who are joining late, don't worry, I'm going to put the replay on YouTube, okay? But I see that a lot of women who make good money, they are like, yeah, I make 6 figures, so that's the kind of man that I want as well. But he's not thinking, yeah, I make 6 figures. Well, some men think that, but they still want you to be attractive first. You see, and when they say, yeah, I want a woman who makes 6 figures as well, they expect you to pay. So be careful with what you say, because if you think that, yeah, you're going to attract a 6-figure guy because that's what you make, you're going to attract men who expect you to pay. You see, because when you say that, what you want to show is that, yeah, I'm capable of paying for 2. And he doesn't want that. A man who makes this much doesn't need you. Well, it depends on where you live. I know that in cities like New York, 6 figures is almost poverty, but like if you live in places like Paris, 6 figures is a lot of money. Okay, so I also want you to think about that, like, where do you live, or where do you want to live? If you want to live in Bali, you don't even need that much, you see. So yeah, think about the lifestyle that you want, but I also want you to focus on the present. I don't want you to think, okay, he doesn't make much, but we're gonna move to Bali. He's gonna be able to provide. Okay, I want you to think about the present. Does that relationship make sense today? Because a lot of women project as well. He's studying law, whatever. So in a few years, he's gonna have his diploma, and he's gonna be rich and all of that and provide for me. No, don't think about that. Think about the present. If you are both students, then that's different. But the women that I coach aren't students. You see, so the women that I coach are women who are ready for marriage, are women who are ready for deep commitment. So yeah, I want you to think about what makes sense today. Does he make enough today to provide for you? And let's say you get accidentally pregnant. Can he provide if you decide to keep the baby? You see. Okay. So that's it for today. I had like 10 or 15 minutes ahead. So thank you for tuning in. So for those of you who joined late, we discussed letting down and the consequences that it has on your lifestyle. I talked about the things that you need to pay attention to check if he makes enough for 2, and why it's important for you to make sure that it's enough for 2. Don't worry, the replay gonna be on YouTube. Don't forget to like and comment if you are on YouTube. I'm gonna put the replay of this live this weekend on Instagram. And for those of you who prefer YouTube, because actually I prefer to watch videos on YouTube. I find the user experience better. So if you're like me, don't worry, it's gonna be on YouTube this next Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye. Have a lovely day. Bye bye. Okay.